I wanted to talk about coronavirus because you just said it. And a lot of people will send me messages saying, this isn't real. This is part of them trying to get rid of part of the population, like all of the theories. And for me is, I don't trust the government with how they treated me prior to coronavirus. So I don't trust any of it. Like, so when I see the CDC and I see Fauci and I see Trump and I see Pelosi, I don't trust any of them. So I don't understand why it's so difficult for people to be on alert because we don't trust these people. Like, right? So let's start it because I want to hit the topic. So I want to talk about coronavirus and I want to hear what both of you have to say about it because I've been watching you on social media and I follow and consume your content because I think it's interesting and it makes me laugh.
Dwann, I want to hear. I'm anxious.
Dwann is the main one starting all the shit.
I already know, because if you walking into Cheesecake Factory to get their wings and lemonade, and you done bypass all other 3,000 bomb things they have on the menu to get the wings and cheesecake, you are a particular person.
Hey, so, sometimes I just go for the happy hour. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just go for the happy hour.
I'll never hear nobody talk about Cheesecake Factory.
The Buffalo Blast? Come on, man. You got to get them.
They call them blasts?
Yeah, the Buffalo Blast.
See, I judge places by how they name their food. And I don't that sounds like a Jack in the Box. But go ahead.
When it comes to coronavirus, look, I'm this country and its history when it comes to medical issues and when it comes to Black people, I don't trust any of them. I don't trust any of what the government says. I don't trust any of what the news says. I don't necessarily buy all the quote unquote conspiracy theories either. You know, it's like we live in a time where they throw everything against the wall, and you have to you have to trust yourself to know what to read, what to follow, what to give energy to, what to ignore. I do believe the virus is real. Hell yeah, I believe the virus is real. I do believe it affects people. How it's passed, how it's distributed, how to protect yourself. What they put out on the news, I don't necessarily go with it all. I noticed they ignore a lot of things. Like on one hand, they'll say, okay, UV rays have been known to kill viruses on cell phones when you put them in a UV ray dispenser. But they won't. So my logic tells me, okay, if the UV ray machine is killing the virus on the phone, okay, then what if I step outside and get some of the sun's UV rays? Will that also help kill it? Y'all not telling me, y'all not saying anything about the health stuff. It's just so much going on. I think it's the people need to trust themselves. This is a great time, like you said, Aida, we're alone, like we're back in our homes. While we're home, while we're not out in public, while we're not bombarded by entertainment and all these other things, this is a great time, I think, just to get in contact with yourself. Get in contact with the inner voice inside of you that you know is real, that you have been trained and taught to ignore. And I think that's what you have to really listen to. Take precautions, you know what I mean? Don't be no fool. But at the same time, you can't listen to every little thing they saying because I don't trust. Read the book Medical Apartheid, goddammit. And then tell me if I'm BSing.
Yep. It's so true. I mean, I think everybody had the conspiracy theory thought, which I can't blame nobody in the context of the US's shady medical history, particularly with Black people and people of color more generally, fine. Even if it is a conspiracy, like, I don't know what part of it they think is the conspiracy theory because we have the effects now. Like, even if you thought it was a test tube or it's it originated here, like, people are dying. We see the effects. So the consequences of it are real, no matter how it originated. Mm-hmm. And I think we can spend all day talking about the origin. Everything in terms of health always affects Black people and people of color worse. COVID is no different. Heart disease, just stress in general. I'm more likely to pass the fuck out at 55 than, the white bitch that I work with. Everything, every little thing, every health indicator is here to kill us or is designed or society is designed in such a way that we encounter and cope with more stressors to our health that result in disproportionate death rates for Black people. So COVID is no different to me in that regard, conspiracy theory or not. Now, dealing with your people has been an interesting thing. Your family, I'm still trying to get them to wear masks consistently, put it over your nose, like wear it or just don't half-ass it. You know what I mean? Like, who puts a condom on halfway? Like, let's comply or not. That's been the struggle for me, is like getting the people around me to arm themselves, or at least do the things that science has shown that are preventative. So that's been, because Black people got their own theory of what's going on, and they want to be and do how they want. And part of that is because they feel like, well, shit, if everything is against me, this little COVID ain't, and it's like, actually, it's.
That's the absolute truth. It's funny. Somebody was talking to me about it and giving me these scientific facts. And listen, the thing is, they were like, well, the flu. I don't know 10 people who died of the flu, but I know 10 people who died of this COVID, right? And people that I confirmed that had COVID, because I know that they probably are misdiagnosing, and I know that there are some inconsistencies with what's happening within the medical field, because that's all part of the game too, right? So, but people that I know that had these respiratory problems, that they had these blood clots that are a result of this specific strand of this flu, it's a mess, because we are always at the intersection of what is happening and the reality of how it affects us. Mm-hmm. And so we always got to do this, like, we got to shield ourselves from all directions, because it is part of the design to annihilate us. And I don't think people really understand how real that is.